Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Zach, and what I'm going to do is demonstrate a live streaming website with the capability of being able to live stream multiple streams simultaneously. The use case for this is, for example, an association that's running a virtual conference with multiple sessions going on in parallel. That is a typical use case, or any other kind of conference, or perhaps you're running a live event where people can jump in and out of different live streams. For example, a gaming event where people are moving around and seeing what's happening live. I'm going to show how to assemble that, and I did this in just a couple of hours using Raytha as the content management system and Mux.com as the video live stream processor, along with OBS, but it could work with Zoom as well. Without further ado, I'm going to show how this works. And again, it's just a rough prototype, but it should give you an idea of what you can do with the power of these systems. This is the default Raytha website, and I didn't do anything to this homepage. It's straight out of the box. In fact, we're just using the software as a service platform on Raytha.com, so we're not even modifying any of the code base. This is vanilla Raytha with everything that we could do inside the portal. I did create a couple sample posts. If we come in here, I created some sessions to simulate a live event. And if I click on one, I see a button that says create live stream. Now you can see that I am an admin. I'm logged in as an admin. I have access to the panel behind the scenes. But obviously we don't want people who are not admins, or maybe we only want speakers or certain individuals to be able to create the live stream on the one that they have permission for. All that's possible, but for simplicity, I said only admins can create live streams. So if I log out and I'm just a visitor, and I go back to sessions and I open it up, you see that live stream button does not appear. But let me log back in as an admin just so we can actually test it out. We'll come back to the sessions. I'll go here and I'll click create live stream. And now a live stream is created. Because the live stream is here, we'll see that there is no video available. I'm not streaming anything yet. And I do have a RTMP URL and a stream key. And if you're watching this, the stream key is already destroyed, so don't think about trying to stream anything to this endpoint. So what I'm going to do is load up OBS, and let's just get this working in just a couple seconds. So I'm going to go to settings, go to stream. I'm on custom as the drop down, and we will just copy and paste some of this over. Let's click apply. Okay, I'm going to start streaming. And that should be enough. Maybe refresh my page. Could take a few seconds, up to 30 seconds. And here we go. This is live. So now this is on a delay, although Mux does offer the capability of specifying low latency or reduced latency. So you could get it down to less than 5 seconds in delay if you really wanted to. So we're streaming in no time at all. This is a live stream to a website. So I'll stop streaming now. And again, the only one who can see this RTMP information is the admin that loaded up on the page. So if I go and I log out and I go back to the session here, you see I can play the stream as a visitor, but I don't actually get the information. So the idea behind this is that perhaps you have speakers for a session and they should just be able to live stream only their session. They could come to their page, and because you can associate their account as the speaker of that session, they can click create live stream, get the stream key, plug it into OBS or Zoom, and begin live streaming right away. This is very powerful because you can have dozens or hundreds of streams going on simultaneously, and people can jump in and out of different sessions. All right, now I think that's pretty cool. but let me show you how we put this together. So the first thing you need is an account with mux.com. So here is their documentation. So all I did was go to their live streaming documentation after I got the API key. I created an account, got my API key, and then I just went right through this documentation, which was very easy to read. It's an excellent service that they offer. I'm not sponsored by Mux. I wish I was. But here is the call that is very important, and we're going to make use of this, but you'll see here we get a playback ID and a stream key. So this is step one, is make sure you get your account with Mux and you get their documentation up and ready. The other thing is to actually have your Raytha website. We'll go in, I'm going to pull this over to my other monitor, and this is the backend admin portal of the site we were just on. So you see I had this sessions content type. And for simplicity, we just have a title, content, and I added two fields. I added a playback ID and a stream key, and these are optional fields. You can see that. We need to connect Raytha to the Mux streaming service. And the way we do that is, as of version 1.2.0 with Raytha, they support functions. I created a function called create livestream, and it's an HTTP trigger type. So we're going to click edit, and we're just going to step through some of the code and compare it to their documentation. There's not that much code here, as you can see. It's just a simple function here that basically says, hey, let's start a live stream with Mux, get that information, and store it in the Raytha database. If we just go step by step, here is the get function. And we have documentation on the Raytha website that shows you how to create Raytha functions and all the details behind it. So this is just going to be a rough overview. We're getting a session ID, which is basically just the post ID from a query parameter. And then we're saying if the user is an admin, we're allowed to start a session. First, get the current session from the Raytha database based on the ID that we have here. And then we're seeing if we already started a stream. And if we did, just throw an error. That's what these lines of code is doing. It's like, hey, we don't need to create a new one. We already did. We're preparing to make the call to Mux to say, hey, let's create a live stream. And this is a secret key. Again, if you're watching this video, this secret key is going to be destroyed by the time you are watching it. But if we come in here, you can see that, hey, we're making a post call to the mux.com API with this information. And this lines up one-to-one with their documentation that we're seeing right here. So we're creating the live stream right there, and we're getting back the playback ID stream key, which is outlined in their documentation here and here. So when we have that, all we're doing is parsing the response, getting it, and then here is this code to update that item in the Raytha database with this new information that we didn't have before. That is why we're able to do that. So if we go back to sessions, go here, that is why we're making the API call and we're storing this data right here. Okay, but how do we actually get this to appear on the Raytha website? We connected Mux to Raytha with the API call in that Raytha function, but we do have to get it to appear on the Raytha website. We do that in templates. So under templates, I modified the detail view template. And you can see that we just added some if-else statements. So we're saying if there is a stream key, if a stream key exists, show the Mux video player, plug in the playback ID from the items, what's stored there on that session information. And if the user is an admin, also show this information, such as the server URL and the stream key. If there is no stream key, then we show the button to create the live stream, again following Raytha's documentation for creating functions, along with the session ID parameter, which is just the current session that we're looking at. And again, only if you're an admin, but we also have that protection in the function itself in case you go around it. So that is it. And you could really push this way further, really get nuts with it, but that is all it takes to set up live stream capability with parallel live streams on multiple session items and give individual people or just admins the ability to create live streams. I hope you found this interesting and get to see a little bit more about what is possible with the Raytha platform. Check it out at raytha.com and have a great day.